There's too much to learn. It's all so complicated. I don't know where to start. Now you have to understand that when I left university, I saw myself as one of those technophobes. Technology quite literally scared the living daylights out of me. I couldn't even program a video recorder without tearing my hair out. Why do you think I'm bald? But to get anywhere with my setup, I had to figure out how to use the 6400, how to use the 909, how to use Cubase on the Mac, how to use the EMU Morpheus, how to use the Alesis MIDI verb, how to use the Drama compressor, how to connect everything via MIDI, and how the MIDI worked in Cubase and all the machines connected with one another, how to connect everything via audio, especially how to use a mixing desk and plug everything in so you got the sends to the effects and the compressors working. And each of these machines had tiny little screens and a few buttons. The EMU Morpheus was just like using a digital watch to make music, and the 909 didn't even have a screen. It was just a few flashing lights. What's more, all of the machines had different operating systems, different ways of being used, and the different companies had individual user experience philosophies. Well, actually it was probably more like user experience accidents, and the closest they got to anything like user friendliness was the inevitable welcome paragraph on the first page of the badly translated and completely impossible to understand, let alone read, manual. And on top of all that, to actually make music, I also had to learn the stuff you do too, like mixing, arrangement and composition. Now, I'm not telling you this to be one of those old bores who say stuff like, you young'uns have it so easy now. When I was young, I had to sleep on a bed of nails and eat bowls of gruel. And I certainly don't say it to boast. It's completely the opposite. The reason I'm saying it is because if a complete technophobe like me can figure out that load of old equipment by literally just doing it, then you can with the software you do now. Remember, there was no internet, no video tutorials, no how-to stuff, no blogs, just appallingly impossible manuals. You see, with my initial inability to interact successfully with technology, you cannot be in a worse starting position than I was. But I learned, yes, you guessed it, by making music. And now you have tools which are many times easier to use. I promise you from the bottom of my heart, it is not rocket science. If you are watching this video and can understand what I'm saying, you can also figure out how to make music with a DAW without having to resort to wasting hours and hours watching tutorials.